Okay guys, I'm going to show you some of the figures I recently picked up. Some through my job, some through Amazon.com. So hopefully you guys will like this and maybe you'll comment below and see what you think. So first off we're going to start down here. Let me hook my hand back into the gripper, into the handle here. So we're going to start here. And these I got from Amazon.com. You saw these in a package opening. Basically, the reason I got these was one of them, of course, I could have probably got anywhere, or waited. But I got it out of Amazon. And then the other one, my job did have, but it only had one copy. That a fan had, not a fan, but well, I guess you could say he's a fan, had bought. And it was the only one, because I asked him, was that the only one? He said, yeah. And even though I paid maybe $12 more for it or something, $12 something more, I did get it from Amazon, and I picked up Spider-Gwen. That's right, I ended up picking up Spider-Gwen, who I guess is going to be one of those rare figures. Now what's funny is, I want you to take a look at the characters we have here. We have Morbius, and we have can't even think of his name right now. Villains of the Night. You can see we have Morbius, and I can't think of his name right now. We have these two characters right here. We have these two characters and her and him. So obviously I shouldn't be surprised that we had Spider-Gwen, but she was the only one and we haven't gotten another copy in. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to pick her up right now. And that I'm just going to get her through Amazon, and that's what I did. So really happy to have her. Apparently she's going to be, like I say, one of those collectible figures that's going to be hard to get. The next one I got, of course, is based off Ant-Man. It's Wasp. And I probably could have gotten this at my job or something, but I decided, you know what? I'll just screw it, just get it right now. And there she is. And looks like we're kind of getting an idea of what she may look like come the movie. The sequel, that is. So I got Wasp, which I like. Now, over here, of course, can't go without getting some Transformers. So I ended up getting Bombshell, the Insecticon Bombshell, which is part of the Combiner Wars. Over here, I got Buzzsaw, which is also part of the Combiner Wars. Basically replicas of the G1s, except for Buzzsaw's transformation. It ain't a tape; it's a freaking USB drive or something. Then next up we have recently Hardhead, which Paul Optibotimus did a review of. Check that out. And then down here I got Scourge. And these are all part of the Titan Masters line. So this is Scourge. I don't think Optibotimus has done a review on him yet. And then of course I got Blur. So I got Blur here. And I know Optibotimus is going to bring this up, so I'll bring it up as well. Blur and Scourge were never Headmasters, or in this case Titan Masters. No, they were Target Masters. Their buddies, I guess you could say Hyperfire and Freakus, were, or as they called Blur's partner in the cartoon, Haywire, they were basically, like I said, they were basically target masters. They were weapons. Now behind here, of course, I have RC Leaders LG10, I believe. That's RC back there. I don't think you can see her very well. Yeah, that's her right there. And then, getting back to superheroes here, got Captain Marvel from GameStop here in town. They also had her as well, Scarlet Witch, and if they still have her next week, I'll probably get her. That's Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, that is, the original Miss Marvel. And then, of course, got Harley Quinn, and I want you to read this up here. Look what this says up here. I don't know if you could read that. Doesn't look like you can read it right now, but hopefully if we get in there a little closer. There you go. See what it says on there? For the adult collection. Yeah, adult collection. For once, it looks like they're coming to their senses and they're realizing these kind of things can be put in the toys areas, but they're also for adults. So, yeah. Sorry, kids. Hands off. Now, here's what's funny. They have a bigger version. They finally displayed or redisplayed back in, well, basically now in the boys area in the toy section, they redisplayed the Suicide characters, not just these figures, but the bigger figures, the almost, I wouldn't say foot long figures, I'd say maybe the 12-inch figures or something like that. The bigger figure, basically the figures that are about the size of Optimus Prime. Let's put it that way here. So they finally displayed, well, about the size of Unicorn and Optimus Prime. But they finally, mostly Optimus, but they finally displayed them, or put them back out. And this cost me 20 bucks. Well, actually, probably about 19 with the discount for my job. So the bigger figures that are about this size here are about $10 more. So you're looking at $30 for the bigger collectible figures. Now, they only had one Harley Quinn, because, of course, Harley's very popular. So what I did, and hopefully it remains this way, is I hid her in a specific area in my job so that I could grab her later on, if it remains that way. If not, I will, of course, go to Amazon and get it. But I did get Harley Quinn. And on top of that, of course, as I showed you before in the last video, I got shining armor. And again, like I said in the last video, you can't have Cadence without shining armor. You know what I'm saying? As well as the Maniac Mayhem from when the main six went into the comic book and became the Power Ponies. Yeah. Maniac Mayhem. So, with that said, I also added some new figures as well. Of course, as I showed you before, I got the Nightmare Night collection of Luna, Princess Luna, who a lot of people say is probably the most show-accurate version of Luna they've seen in a long time, that Hasbro has done. This I got at my job as well. This is a rarity, $3.44 for this, which isn't too bad. But this is actually, when you think about it, let me carefully move Luna here for a second. It's actually just that figure. I think it's basically the same figure that you see in the box there. All it is basically is minus the bird. Now, I also got another figure which surprisingly was not that much. It wasn't. As a matter of fact, if I look at my receipt here, let me see if I find it. Yeah, this figure here of Batgirl, which was the only Batgirl they had of the DC Superhero Girls line, because, you know, they're trying to target girls and everything, was $19.88. The same price for that Harley Quinn that I showed you. So, yeah. And this was the only Batgirl they got. Or we had. So I ended up getting her. And I probably will try to collect the other ones as well. You know, as time goes on, if we still have them. But I did get Batgirl. And, yeah. That's basically about it for the figures that I've picked up recently. And, of course, I will add in the Dark Magician Girl, which I ended up getting through Amazon as well. So yeah, I ended up getting Dark Magician Girl through Amazon as well. So yeah, and this is basically in time for the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. So it's pretty nice to have her in the collection. But anyway, those are the figures that I have recently picked up and bought. So hopefully you guys like this video. Let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like. Hopefully I won't delete this video. And I will talk to you all later.